Lawrence, you were here at Twickenham Stadium early with 13 school children. What was going on here, first of all?
Well, obviously the very special day today, the venue announcements and the scheduling for Rugby World Cup, and the kids were here to help us along with that. I mean, to be part of it. You know, rugby's got the ability to inspire, and change the lives of young people. That's where it starts. So, we had the kids there. They were all holding the rugby balls, and each rugby ball had one of the venue names printed on the ball. And obviously we had the William Webb Ellis Trophy here as well. So, as you say, a great and special day, and really a day where it's brought the Rugby World Cup alive. You know, it feels real now.
There was a huge milestone today for the Rugby World Cup. Can you broadly, first of all, outline your vision for the tournament?
If you ask me what's the one single thing, it would be that rugby's at the heart of this. I mean, out there on the field of play, that's the single most important thing, that we get it right for the players, we get it right for the teams, that they don't have to worry about anything else other than their match and the way that they play. So throughout every decision that we make, rugby will be at the heart, and that's right and appropriate.
You've played in 3 Rugby World Cups, I think. Can you talk about how special it is for the country to have this tournament here? That's, I think, the 3rd biggest sporting event in the world.
I think as a player, to play on the biggest stage of all, in the biggest and best stadiums against some of the best players, the best players in the world, is clearly what you strive for in your career, to play in a World Cup, for fans to feel part of rugby's family. Because rugby, I feel, and we feel, is a very unique sport. It is about the values of rugby too, and we've got an opportunity with this World Cup to really demonstrate that, not just in the 6 weeks that we've got for the tournament itself, but in the 2.5 years leading up to the tournament, and obviously the legacy that we create after the tournament's gone.
The IRB have also announced a schedule today, and it's important to note that the rest periods have been between Tier 1 and Tier 2 nations have been equalised. That's an important thing for the integrity of the tournament, isn't it? Because there was some criticism last time that it wasn't a level playing field.
When I first joined and I met a number of the media, and I asked them what they learned and what they thought of 2011, one consistent thing that came back was unfairness, the weighting to the top nations. So that was a challenge, if you will, that the IRB gave to us to develop this schedule. They wanted the fairness, they wanted the equality between the Tier 1 and Tier 2 nations, and I think my team across the road there has just done an extraordinary job in that. And when you've got journalists coming up to you afterwards and the IRB themselves saying it's the most equitable schedule they've ever seen, that makes me very proud.
Rugby's been taken to 10 different cities in the UK, 1 in Wales and 9 in England. How important is that to grow rugby across the rest of the country?
It's been no mean task trying to get the scheduling together, and I hope people feel that the geographical split is a fair one. You know, we've had representation all over the country, southwest, south coast, up in the northeast, northwest, Midlands, and not forgetting some of the most iconic stadiums here at Twickenham, Olympic Park, Wembley. So I think all in all the mix is a really good one, and I think what it does is allows as much access and allows us to take rugby to as many places as possible. I think 92% of the population are within 50 miles of a Rugby World Cup venue.
England are also playing in the north at the Manchester City Stadium. I think you've captained England there. What was that like, and how important is it to take England around the country?
Well, having earned the right to host the Rugby World Cup, I think we're entitled to play a few games here at Twickenham and use that to our advantage. But clearly, going to Manchester is a great thing. The players, I'm sure, will really look forward to playing. Going on the road, playing that game up there. It's a great city full of great people who will really get behind their team, very passionate about their nation. So it's very, very exciting.
Just finally, what could it mean to have on October 31st here Stuart Lancashire England team leading England out against, well, we don't know yet, but what could that mean for rugby in this country, do you think?
Well, listen, I mean, it's one of the biggest sporting events on the planet, and it has the ability to inspire and change people's lives, no doubt about that. We've seen that, and we've seen what the Olympics did for this country, and hopefully, rugby will do the same and more. So, we're very excited. Unfortunately, there's a small matter of winning a few games before the 31st of October.
Australia and Wales, for example.
Yeah, exactly. The small matter of Australia and Wales. So, listen, England are building, momentum is building. They'll have a very decent chance. You would be a fool to write off the host nation in the build-up to Rugby World Cup. As history has shown, the host nation become pretty difficult to beat.